If you want to improve your health, then you need to improve your sleep. Neuroscientist Matthew Walker calls sleep the Swiss Army knife of health. And health and fitness expert Shawn Stevenson says that sleep is more important than diet and exercise combined. We need to be getting between 7 and 9 hours of sleep each night, and the quality of our sleep matters just as much as the number of hours that we sleep. Sleep is how our bodies repair all the damage we do during the day. High quality sleep supports a healthy immune system, boosts metabolism, increases energy, and improves brain function. So if you want to get healthy in 2019, you need to start by improving your sleep. And that's what this video is all about. By the end of this video, you are going to have a ton of strategies that you can start implementing tonight to get better sleep. Hey guys, it's Kristi. Welcome to my channel. The topic of sleep is very important to me because it's personal. I know better than probably most people exactly what sleep deprivation can do to you. In 2012, I experienced a very extreme case of sleep deprivation that was so bad. While I was on a job in South Dakota, Whitney had to call 911 because I had completely lost my ability to function, and he was afraid I wasn't even going to be able to make it through the airport to get home. At that time, the doctor told me it was going to take 6 to 8 months for my body to recover from all the damage that had been done through the 6-month period that I had not been sleeping. It ended up taking over a year for my body to fully recover. And in that time, I immersed myself in learning about what I needed to do to improve my sleep. And I have to say, to this day, I still struggle with sleep some, but all of the strategies I'm going to be sharing with you today are strategies that I have tried, that I implement into my own life, and that I know firsthand will work to help you improve your sleep. I've created a better sleep guide printable for you so you can have all the tips and resources that I'm sharing in this video in written form that you can refer to as a reference guide anytime you want to, and I'll put the link for that down in the description box below, so make sure you check that out. Believe it or not, one of the best things you can do to get better sleep at night is to start getting some early morning sunshine. So when you wake up and hop out of bed, first thing you should do is go open your blinds and let in as much light as possible into your space. And then as soon as you're up and ready, head out the door and go for a nice morning walk. AC and I love to go for our walks. Or if you're not up for that morning walk, opt to have your tea or coffee outside and enjoy that morning sunshine that way. So you want to get about 30 minutes of morning sun exposure. That's the best, but if you can only manage to get 10 or 15 minutes, go for it. Any amount is definitely going to help you. Morning sunshine is going to help to reset your circadian rhythm, which is our internal sleep timer, and then it's also going to help to regulate all of the hormones that you need for better sleep at night. So getting that sunshine in the morning is crucial to those hormones being at the right levels at the right time to get the best sleep. You also want to make sure when you're out in that morning sunshine that you try to do it without sunglasses, because the best way for us to get the light is through our eyes, and you don't want anything blocking that light getting into your eyes for that early morning sunshine. The next thing you need to do for better sleep is set a caffeine curfew. Caffeine is a stimulant and it has a half-life, which means it lasts in our system for hours after we've had the coffee or tea or whatever it was that contained the caffeine. And as much as it pains me to say it, that also includes things like chocolate. I love my chocolate, but I had to give all of that up after a certain time of day. Right now, I'm holding myself to a 12 o'clock caffeine curfew. You might be able to go up to as much as about 2 o'clock if you have a 9 o'clock or so bedtime. Make sure you're cutting out that caffeine early enough in the day so you're giving it time to get out of your system to help you have a better night's sleep. Even if you think the caffeine is not affecting you because you don't have trouble falling asleep, it has been shown that it disrupts your sleep cycles during the night, so you want to make sure that you are sticking to that caffeine curfew every day. One of the biggest factors that's impacting all of us today and affecting our sleep in a negative way is all of the artificial light exposure that we're getting at nighttime, especially the blue lights that we get from things like our flat screen TVs, our computer screens, our phone screens. And you know, we're all on our iPads and phones and watching the TV at night and getting all of that blue light exposure. We have LED lights. We just recently changed ours, so the lights in the house are really bright. There are several things you can do to start reducing the amount of blue light exposure you're getting at night. The first one is when the sun goes down, start turning your lights down in your house. I've recently started doing this because I pretty much like a lot of light in the house, but I kind of made myself recently start turning the lights out, and I have noticed that this is having a positive impact on my sleep since I started doing it. It helps with your melatonin production, and melatonin is the hormone that we need that tells our bodies that it's time to go to sleep. To help tone down the blue light on your computer, you can install the application called Flux, and it turns your computer from the bright white to a more yellowy tone, so you're not getting as much blue light exposure as you would be otherwise. At night, you can also lower the brightness way down on your phone, and you can also use the night shift function on your phone as well, which will do the same thing that Flux does to your computer. And I will leave the links for Flux down in the description box below. If you still want to enjoy some TV or YouTube at night, one thing you can do is get some blue light blocking glasses. These are Swannies. I chose to go with Swannies because they are FDA approved, and these fit right over my glasses that I already have, but they make all different kinds. I love my Swannies. I've had them for a little while now. I put them on right when the sun goes down, and I have noticed a tremendous difference with my sleep since I started using these Swannies. And lastly, for avoiding blue light exposure at night, turn all of your electronics off at least 30 minutes to an hour before bedtime. An hour is ideal, but if you can only manage 30 minutes, then turn everything off and take that time to relax and unwind before you go to bed. There are a couple nutrients that have been shown to have a big impact on your sleep, and the main one is magnesium. Most of us are actually deficient in magnesium. The best way to get magnesium is through a topical spray. I like to use the Ancient Minerals spray, and I just spray it on my chest a little bit and rub it in before I go to bed. You can also use this on sore muscles. There are two other ways that I like to supplement with magnesium, and one is by taking a nice relaxing Epsom salt bath, and the other one is by using Natural Vitality's Natural Calm. I don't use this one all the time, but at times where I'm feeling a little bit more anxious for one reason, or if I'm really having trouble getting my brain to shut down, then I will use this Natural Calm, and it really does help calm my nervous system and helps me settle down. Another thing that's been tied to sleep is vitamin D, and some of us are deficient in that as well, especially if you live in the Northern Hemisphere in the winter. You are probably lacking in vitamin D because you're not getting as much sunshine. When I lived in Alaska, I know that was a problem for me, and even here in Houston, I still take a vitamin D supplement every morning. And if you supplement with vitamin D, you do want to take it in the morning. I have tried different times a day, and I found that it definitely helps more when I take it in the morning, and there are studies that have shown this as well. There are also some herbs that have been shown to have a sedative effect, which helps with sleep, and also some that just calm the nervous system and relax the mind and body to help prepare us better for sleep. I've been drinking tea for quite a few years now to help with sleep. So I was so excited when I got contacted by TEAMI to try out their TEAMI Relax Tea. The first thing I did when they contacted me was go to their website and check out the Relax Tea ingredients, because I knew exactly what I was looking for, and I wanted to make sure that these guys were the real deal. And when I read the ingredients and I saw that it was peppermint, yarrow, lavender flower, chamomile, lemongrass, orange peel, and valerian root, I knew this was it. They were the real deal. All of these ingredients have the qualities that I've talked about before. Some of them have the sedative quality, and some of them are just more about calming your muscles and your nervous system down and help calm your brain. So I was excited to try this. I received it in December, and I have been trying this for about a month now, And I can tell you that every night I make a cup of tea about 30 minutes before I'm gonna go to bed. And when I start drinking my tea, I can just feel it in my muscles first. I actually feel a very calming effect flowing through my body, and it helps to make me sleepy to where I'm ready to go to bed when it's time. Because some of these herbs, such as valerian root, really do have a sedative effect, especially as you use it over time. I would not recommend drinking this anytime other than 30 minutes to an hour before you go to bed, when you're ready to relax and calm down, unwind for the night, and actually become sleepy. Valerian root in particular has been shown to help not only you fall asleep, but stay asleep longer. In fact, every ingredient that they use in this pack of tea has been shown to help with sleep. So I think this makes it so easy. And then who doesn't love a hot cup of tea at night to help relax? I think just drinking something warm is also relaxing and helps calm my mind and body. So I have totally been enjoying my tea. I will definitely be ordering more. I've been using this for a month, and you only use a teaspoon per cup of tea, so it actually will last you for a little while. I'm gonna keep enjoying it, and then when I run out, I'm gonna order some more. And one other thing, guys, if you do decide to give the TEAMI Relax Tea a try, make sure you drink it every night for a week to 2 weeks so that it can start having its maximum effects. You may see some results sooner than that, but some of these herbs take that long to really get into your system and have their maximum benefit. If you decide you want to try the tea, TEAMI has given me a discount code of Kristi15. I'm going to put that discount code in the description box below, so make sure you use that if you decide you want to give this a try. Creating the proper environment for sleep can help you get to sleep faster and have better quality sleep throughout the night. So you want to make sure that you are starting out with a room as dark as possible. The experts say that you shouldn't even be able to see your hand in front of your face because the room should be that dark. So anything that you have in the room that is emitting any type of light, you want to make sure you're covering that up. If you have light coming through the cracks in your windows, then I would recommend investing in some quality blackout curtains. That's actually something we haven't done yet in this house, but it is something I have on my list to do as soon as possible. Another thing you want to do to your room environment to have optimal sleep is to keep the temperature very cool. So they say that you should keep your temperature around 64 to 65 degrees for optimal sleep. But if your extremities get cold, you can wear socks and gloves to help with that. Our core body temperature needs to drop for us to be able to fall asleep, and staying cool helps us stay asleep as well. Another thing you can do to help your body temperature drop for sleep is take a nice warm bath about an hour and a half to 2 hours before bedtime. And I know that sounds counterintuitive, but the warm temperature will actually help drop your body temperature as you cool down. You'll cool down to a lower temperature than you were before you took the bath. I know none of us really want to hear this next one, and it's one of the hardest ones to do, but to create the optimal environment for sleep, we need to get our electronics out of the bedroom and associate our bedroom only with sleeping, not with watching TV or scrolling on our iPad or our phones before bed. It creates neural associations that have that room represent something besides sleep. So you need to make sure you're getting those things out of the bedroom to have optimal sleep. I'm currently working on this one myself. It's not easy, but I do think it's gonna benefit my sleep. If you need an alarm to wake up, then just get an alarm clock for your room. The air in our bedrooms can get a little stale, so whenever you can, open the windows and let that fresh air in. You can also get a houseplant or two, and that will help improve the air quality so you can get a better sleep at night. Another super easy thing you can do for better sleep is to use some essential oils. There's several essential oils that have been shown to help with sleep, and there's a few different ways that you can use these. One is just by diffusing it in your room. I personally still don't have an essential oil diffuser. I don't know why. I've been using oils for several years now, but I don't know why I don't have one, but it is on my list of things to get. But what I do like to do is make a homemade linen spray and spray that on my bed right before I go to bed. And so what I do to make my homemade linen spray is I just take a 4-ounce bottle. To that I add 1 tablespoon of rubbing alcohol, and then I add about 30 to 35 drops of my plant therapy sleep aid blend. Lavender is one of the best essential oils for sleep, but I don't like it by itself because I find it a little bit too strong for me. So that's why I like it blended with something else, and I found this plant therapy sleep aid and I really like it. So I just use about 30 to 35 drops in my bottle. All I do after that is fill up the bottle with filtered water, give it a good shake, and then I can spray it on my bed and I'm ready to go to dreamland. You can also take a little bit of a carrier oil such as almond oil or jojoba oil, put a little bit in the palm of your hand, add a couple of drops of essential oil. Lavender and chamomile are good options for this, and then rub it right onto your wrist or to the back of your neck, and that will also help you go to sleep. According to Matthew Walker, PhD, and author of Why We Sleep, the number one thing you can do overall for your sleep is to have regularity. So you want to pick a bedtime and a wake time and stick to it as much as possible, maybe a 30-minute window on either side of that, but you want to stick to it 7 days a week. So even on the weekends, you want to keep to that sleep schedule. That will keep all of your hormones producing at the right times. To help with this, you can set a reminder on your phone to let you know when it's 30 minutes to 60 minutes before bed, so you know that you need to stop whatever you're doing and get ready to be able to get in bed on time so you can keep that regular sleep schedule. Shawn Stevenson, the author of Sleep Smarter, calls the hours between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m. money time, because that's the time during sleep when our bodies are flooded with the hormones that help flush out toxins and also help keep us looking and feeling younger. So you want to make sure that you're trying to get to bed before 10 p.m. so that you can make sure you're optimizing that money time sleep. My last sleep tip for this video is to be consistent. So whatever you try of all of these different suggestions that I've given you today, make sure that you are consistent with it. Don't expect to see results necessarily the first night or two. Make sure you're giving this plenty of time, at least a week, 2 weeks, a month, to make sure that you're seeing the optimal results. And if you want to keep seeing benefits from this, you have to keep these. These need to be lifestyle changes. The tips I've given you in this video are not comprehensive. There are other things you can do to help improve your sleep and your health. And if you're interested in hearing more of those, maybe another video on this topic, let me know in the comments below and I'd be happy to make that for you. Again, I have a couple of resources that I highly recommend. I mentioned in the video the books Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker and the book Sleep Smarter by Shawn Stevenson. I highly recommend both of these books if you want to learn more about the subject and actually find out more about the science behind these things. Also remember to check out the description box below. I'm going to have the discount code for the TEAMI Blends Relaxed Tea. I'm also going to have the link for the Better Sleep Guide that I created that includes all of the tips and strategies that I'm giving you in this video, and I'll also have a list of all of the resources that I mentioned in the video. Alright guys, if you want to get a better night's sleep and you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button and join our community. And as always, thanks for watching. See you next time.